If you're thinking of applying for study abroad on the general course, then please take a few minutes to find out more. Start by considering carefully whether LSE is right for you and whether you're right for LSE.
We're looking for students who are passionate about the social sciences from all ethnic and cultural backgrounds. They're mature, they're independent, they're self-motivated, and they're passionate about the subjects that they want to study.
I think what sets LSE students apart is their willingness to engage with real-world issues.
The student who really gets the most out of the LSE is someone who's really engaged with wanting to learn more, with wanting to push out their understanding, with wanting to engage with important issues, and then really put in the energy and the commitment to doing that.
They're going to have to cope with an environment in which there are very few carrots and very few sticks, so they do need to be self-directed.
We need to be challenged, and the students are there to challenge us. When they come in our auditorium, they challenge us. It is not a one-way traffic.
I think the right person for the LSE not only has to be academically bright, but also open-minded to the opportunities which are created by other students and by the environment which is here.
They need to be able to bring something to the LSE party as well as being able to take something away from the LSE party.
We're looking for people who are going to be the next leaders, the next academics, the next professionals in the chosen subjects.
I think the quest for knowledge, that's the most important attribute that one needs to have.
You need to look at your ability to think freely.
You have to be open-minded.
I have to be able to interpret what I'm reading and what I'm being presented and be able to formulate my views.
I think you've got to have a high level of commitment to your course, and you've also got to have a very large degree of self-motivation.
They have to be people who don't like a quiet life. If you want to vegetate, don't even think about coming to LSE.
A school gives us a sheet that we can paint on, and students paint opportunities for other students, which is wonderful.
If you like challenges, if you like independent thinking, please do come at the LSE and we'll consider you seriously.
LSE teaching methods are somewhat different to the methods employed at many other universities.
The number of contact hours you would have as a general course student compared to the experience at US University is going to be a lot less. So the teaching is much less spoon-fed, much less directive. So you've got to be the kind of individual who's going to really thrive in that kind of environment.
Keeping up with the whole self-study thing and now like having a test every 2 weeks like you do in America was a huge change for me. It just got really intense. I didn't realize how intense it was going to be during the summer term.
It was very much driven by the reading. It was very driven by your own research and your own development of an interest in the topic.
The number of contact hours you have per week is significantly less than at a lot of other universities, and for that reason the onus is on you to do all the hard work.
I had to teach myself a lot of self-discipline and study this year.
If you think you're a good match for LSE, then there are a huge range of courses to choose from.
From anthropology, demography, social policy, sociology, to finance, accountings, geography, international history. It's wide.
There are about 26 departments and institutes at LSE, and they represent our commitment to the social sciences.
A general course student would choose just 4 courses to study for the entirety of their year with us, and they can select from 100, 200 or 300 level options. We wouldn't encourage students to take more than one 300 level course whilst they're on the general course.
Study abroad at LSE lasts longer than at many other universities.
LSE only offers full year study abroad programs. We don't offer a semester-long program.
With a full year, you really get to integrate yourself fully into the program.
If you're only going to some place for a semester, by the time you come, you settle in for 2 or 3 weeks, you get into the rhythm of things in terms of studying, it's time to go home.
3 months here seemed to go by pretty quickly, so I'm glad I was here for a full year.
LSE has a general course dean whose job is to help study abroad students settle in and address any problems they may face during their year at the school.
When the students first arrive, my primary role is helping them to adjust to life at the LSE and life in London, trying to meet with as many of them as I can in the first couple of weeks of term, mostly in terms of trying to help them understand how different it's going to be studying here.
He gave me like a one-on-one orientation event and jumped right into classes. It was great.
And through the rest of the year, I'm available to see students as and when they need to.
Mark Hoffman's office hours are always posted every week. My teachers always had office hours. They emailed us.
Most of the students here for the year on the general course settle into LSE and life at the LSE, pretty quickly and pretty easily.
If you want to apply for study abroad on the general course at LSE, you must already have completed 2 years of study at an overseas university.
LSE's entrance requirements are necessarily and perhaps understandably rigorous. They do depend on the curriculum followed by an applicant prior to coming to the school. A successful applicant to the general course will have very good grades. They'll be in the top 10 to 15%, GPA of 3.3 out of 4 or 3.5 out of 4, depending on the subjects the applicant wants to study at the school.
A good command of the English language is essential.
The nature of LSE's teaching is based on an ability to both understand spoken English, but also be able to write coherently, succinctly, eruditely in the English language as well.
If English isn't your first language, then we would expect to have an English language qualification like IELTS or TOEFL. We also accept other English language qualifications. Again, they're all listed on the prospectus or on the website.
So, how do you apply?
Applications can be submitted from January through to September or until the programme is full, whichever one comes sooner.
There's an application form that they have to fill in.
We're looking for a transcript of grades. That transcript should include at least 3 semesters worth of grades. And with that, 2 academic references. They must be academic, and then a personal statement.
LSE doesn't interview applicants. Decisions are based purely on your application form, so the personal statement is your only opportunity to speak to the admissions team.
It's imperative that the student conveys in their personal statement precisely why they want to apply to the school, what motivates them, what has prompted their interest in their subject, why they're passionate, why they're excited about their subject.
You're looking for them to convey some kind of sense of who they are as an individual academically.
It communicates to the school why it is they want to study this.
I can't emphasize strongly enough, LSE is about independent thinking, and we want to see that you have it.
It takes just a week to get a decision on your application. Get it right, and the benefits could be enormous.
It's a very challenging program, but in the end, it's really rewarding.
It's a great school, a great reputation.
You come out of the year with this work that you've produced, and it's something that you can be really proud of in the end.
I'd actually highly recommend the general course to anyone who's considering it.
It really challenged me on multiple levels to grow as an individual and as a student.
There's nothing I can complain about.
If you're up for a challenge, I definitely say go for it. It's an excellent, excellent program.